YouTube, what's up, boys? We're back, and as you guys see from the video, we're gonna be going over like a defensive side of Madden things, but it's not gonna be my defense. It's actually gonna be my opponent. You guys see the double A gap, and this double A gap, man. Let me tell you, it's a problem in all game modes. Right now, we're playing Regs. Actually, Regs has been my new favorite mode. I've been enjoying it a lot more than much. Just kind of getting a little too crazy for me. I had like my little fun where I was running with angry runs and vanguards, getting fun with the abilities. But let me know what you guys are thinking on Mutt. And I figured I'd let you guys know I'm actually playing Dez in this video. Dez, if you guys don't know, two-time belt winner. All right, he's won a Madden Bowl. Really good player. Made the Madden Bowl this year. Didn't have the year that he once had, but he still had a really good year. And he's always one of the best Regs players. One thing about Dez is he's always gonna grind. No matter what, it doesn't matter if it's off season, regular season. He's always gonna grind. So he loves playing a little bit of Regs in the off season. We get the matchup versus him. He's using the Eagles, and I'm using the Buccaneers. We agreed no Chiefs, no Ravens. The reason why, one, it gets a little stale, but two, like, it's just not it's not a good competitive game. Xavier Worthy's just faster than pretty much everyone, so it's just Xavier Worthy on a streak. It's the same thing with McCole Hardman, Hollywood Brown. Just put those dudes on streaks and watch Mahomes roll out and throw it perfectly on the run. Well, I wanted this is a way better mode to see who is pretty tough. So I'm using the Buccaneers. Reason why is because Baker Mayfield has a velocity ability along with some other things, some really good receivers right there. I'm going to try to throw it to Mike Evans. And this, as you guys see, this double A gap is going to give me some hell in this game. Man, let me tell you, this is one you guys are not going to want to miss. But the thing that makes double A gap so hell and why it's been meta, I mean, it was meta in the beginning of the year, but that was more because of the disengages, just the random people coming in. Now it's more of because the man press meta. Right there, I had my guy wide open. I tried to click or down. I'm so used to the KOs and Mutt, and it's honestly the smart call. You don't want to take a chance, especially in regs, even without KOs, to like get contact and drop the ball. So I try to cut off in front of it. Obviously, I messed up. Right here, we're on defense. We're still in the dollar. I actually kind of have changed up my dollar defense since this. We'll go over that in another video, of course. I'm still in dollar. I'm running a different variation of it. It's meta, but it's not really meta at the same time. And Dez is actually going to be in the Packers. Packers offense has Bunch Strong. Dez is well known for Bunch Strong. You guys know I loved Bunch Strong last year. Not so much this year. I've tried to make it work as much as I can. Unfortunately, it just doesn't. But right here, we're going to be in like a cover 2 show. Right here, I switch stick. We get great pressure right there on Jalen Hurts. So, reason why Dez is using these Eagles is because obviously their defense is super tough. They got a good running back in Dez. As much as he is a passer, he does establish the run game when he is playing. He's going to hand off the ball here and there. You guys are going to see it right there. Throws it in the coverage. And that is the one thing that's different about Regs and Mutt. And Mutt, that's probably a pick, maybe even a KO, maybe even a pick. And Regs, kind of have to deal with that. You got to adjust a little bit more. You got to think a little bit more. Those KOs aren't going to bail you out. And that's why I kind of like this mode. I don't do too much adjusting normally, but it makes me think a little bit more. My opponent really doesn't get bailout stops, and me being such a high level offensive player, it's what I'm pretty much known for. I don't really get stopped in this mode unless I'm playing Dez, apparently. As you guys see, first drop, we're going to get stopped right here. He's got a man in motion. I'm going to switch stick, and I'm just a tad bit late. Great read by Dez right there to be able to high ball it. We got to be a little bit quicker on that. We're going to be able to pick that up later in the game. Right now, it looks like Dez is driving. We're not in a good spot. We're already down a stop, so we got to find our way back into this game. Right here, Dez is going to go back to that Bunch Strong Nasty. I'm going to cover 2 look. I'm going to see the motion again. I'm going to adjust for it. This time, he didn't actually throw it off the break. Great switch sticks, but it doesn't matter. Jalen Hurts is going to roll out. Normally, I contain my dollar, but unfortunately, I actually re-blitz that side. The reason why I do that is because if you have it contained, most of the time, they just have a free lane to step up. If you blitz one side, contain the other, you'll get a lot better pressure like that in dollars. So just a pro tip for you guys right here. So we're going to see him in this trips formation. He's going to flip it. And the one thing I'm going to pick up, and I just kind of know from playing Dez, is that he's looking to run the ball right here. Right here, you see I'm on the slot corner, looking to shoot the gap. We did perfectly, and that's what I like about Dollar. You can hop on a slot corner, and especially in regs too, they don't have identifier. Unless I move my guy, which I did right there, so he knew. It doesn't really matter the mode. I can hop on those slot corners, sit behind those tackles, and I have a perfect lane in the gap shoot. Right here, he's going to audible down. I'm going to go audible or reset my play, go back to that double safety look. Double safety normally does a really good job at playing the run. Unfortunately, right there, he has a great lane, but the reason why double safety is so good is because those safeties are blitzing and they just play the run super well. And Dez is going to score 7 pretty early. All right, here we are. We're back on offense. We're down 7. We need to get something going. This double A gap is giving us hell, but this double A gap is so tough. Just like kind of the go back to what I was talking about earlier. It's like, I mean, look at the edges just come free. Those edges will sometimes run past the tackle, and it doesn't matter if you have a running back actually blocked when that happens. I actually just dropped my phone. But the reason why, I don't know why it does that, but sometimes like those tackles like go in instead of kicking out to get the edges. Even like if I block my running back will just miss it right there. He sent 6 right there. We sent 5 out. So, of course, that's going to scream. We find ourselves in a hole. I'm trying to no huddle, trying to get him to feel a little uncomfortable on defense. I know Dez, he's like you know how people audible around on defense? Dez is an audible around type of defense or offense. He's an audible around defensive type of player where he's going to be maybe on 3rd down dollar. Maybe 4th down he's going to be in big nickel over G. So, 4th and 21, this is not looking good for us. We need to make something shake fast because if we go down 2 scores in regs, it's 4-minute quarters. This one could be over pretty fast, and we don't want to lose. Okay, we want to still be playing good football. All right, it's the summertime. It doesn't matter if there's really not much to play for. We got to play some good football. Okay, there's money to be made. And I've actually been playing a lot of regs wagers too. I've actually been winning a lot. Some high stake wagers. I don't really stream those to Twitch just because, those aren't at set times. Sometimes it'll be 3 a.m. So, but if you guys ever do want to watch these tournaments live, like right now, that I'm playing, you guys can pop on through the Twitch channel. Right here, we're going to find our seam streak. We hold onto it, and, I get a little lucky right there. I can't lie. I see he's in the big nickel over G. I'm going to no huddle, make him either waste a timeout or stay in the over G. And he wastes a timeout, which might be huge for us later in the game if for some reason we get a stop or if we can clock out the half. It makes it a lot easier to clock. When you're playing regs, clocking is so important. I know there's a lot of people who play regs, not as much mud. Mud is it's important to clock, but regs is so much more important because it's just so hard to get a stop in regs. So if you can limit possessions of your opponent for offense, right here we find our drag. Mike Evans, that's why SEAL combo, I'm telling you, is a problem in regs with the post in the corner. But just being able to pretty much clock out a half, it's going to be huge, especially if you feel helpless on offense. A lot of the times that's what regs games are. I feel helpless on defense. My opponent feels helpless on defense. Can't get a stop. And, someone's just going to have to clock, and you got to play aggressive to get the ball back. You're really not even playing aggressive to get a stop. Right here, there goes Chris Godwin. Is he out of there? Is he out of there? Yes, sir, he is. There we go. Getting on the board. Got to keep. All right, so 3 minutes and 50 seconds. We see right here Dez passing the football. And honestly, this is an easy clock for anybody, but I know Dez. Dez, for some reason, he struggles a little bit more on offense than other people. When he goes up against, high level players. So he's going to try to get, his points because he feels that confidence in his defense. I mean, look at his first 2 drives versus me. Right here, Dez is going to find the corner route. Devonta Smith, great way to identify that I was in cover 2, finally sees it. Throws the corner route over the cloud flat. Beautiful read there from Dez. But he's going to put trust in his defense. Dez is a defensive player. The more he's on defense, the better he feels like he's going to win the game. Because the more time he spends on offense, the less chance he has to win the game. But right here, we see a run right there. I'm at the 20. I'm like, I need to get the ball back. That's what I'm thinking because I can't let Dez clock me out. Right here, you guys see the time's ticking. I know this is a run because he's taking every single second. Most people are going to clock this right here. I go to double safety, go. I accidentally pinched my line by accident, so it made my safeties go back to not play the run as well. We're going to use a timeout right there. 2nd and 5 here from the 15. We need to stop badly. So what I'm kind of thinking at the current moment is hard flats, right? Because we want to get the ball back. If he scores 7, that's fine. So I'm thinking hard flats. I'm thinking shaded down hook rows right here. Probably going to be a run. Throws the RPO. And right there, we make the tackle of a lifetime right there. Because honestly, he would have probably got the first down, and I probably would have been screwed. So right there, 3rd and 3. I'm thinking I don't like changing my zone drops here because I want the mid-read to kind of play a post over the middle because a post is still in factor here to kind of get the first down. And we're only down the one more timeout plus the 2-minute warning. So He could clock this if he wants. Right here, he's in the bunch strong offset. I'm going to stay in this cover 2 shell, shade underneath. He's going to audible actually the gun tight. You guys see me, I'm on this slack corner right here. I'm expecting him to run the motion overplay with the RPO like he did last time. He's hot routing just a little bit more. I'm lurking on the slot corner just in case he runs right there. You guys see we blow up the run. We use our last timeout. Now it's 4th down. Now it's up to Dez. Does Dez want to take his 3? He is up a stop, so he can get a little risky. Like, all it would be is an even game. He's going to go for it right here, and I'm a little nervous. I can't lie. I'm in cover 2 right here. I know I got a shade underneath. If I give up a touchdown, it is what it is. At least I get the ball back right here. I'm going to have my mid-read over the middle to make sure we play a post. I'm looking to switch stick. I switch stick to play any sort of drag or running back right there. He throws it right at my hard flat, and I actually thought that was going to be a pick 6 if I actually got all the way in front of him. But we get the ball back anyways on 4th down. That's a huge stop for us. So now it is time for us to pretty much control this half, control the clock right here. We're going to start off with a jet sweep. We want to take this to the 2-minute warning. Just keep the ball on the ground. Nothing crazy right here. I ain't going to lie. He was ready for it right there. We only get 1 yard. And in regs, I play on actually conservative. So a lot of times you guys are going to see me do spin moves in MUT. You guys are probably used to that, or like whatever it may be, air trucking. In regs, I can't really spin with any of my players, so I don't really see a point to do that. Right here, I'm going to call PA snag just a simple streak post drag concept with a spot route in the middle that he's got to stay honest to. Right there, pulls off from the drag we identified, and we stay in bounds, which is what's huge. We want to take as much clock as we can. Even if I get 3 here, it's totally fine. As much as I do want to get 7, 3 is definitely fine. Right here, I'm kind of hoping, I'm trying to predict because he's doing a really good job of mixing in 6 and 5 or 4. That's what I meant to say right there. I thought I was 100% certain he was going to send 4 or 5. He sent 6. I kind of shit myself through it, but I don't know why I did that. But yeah, it happens sometimes. Right there, that wasn't the worst read, but it was pretty scary. It wasn't a good read by any means. So we've been struggling offensively, and I don't really get put in a cage like this too often. Right here, I'm going to find my out route, pass lead up, Chris Godwin, beautiful catch right there. Clock is still running, which is a benefit for us. Trying to take as much time as we can. As long as this clock is running, that's okay. We have a lot of the field to work with right here. I'm going to go to Wysale. He's been kind of struggling to stop it just a little bit. Right here, we'll step up in the pocket. I see my streak, but unfortunately, Jalen Carter disrupting my fun, my touchdown, but it's okay. It happens. You see me, I look a little upset because I know that touchdowns have not been coming easy for your boy. Right here, we guessed right. He did send 6. We blocked 6, but right there, he played perfect defense. It's like almost like he knew my play. It's almost like he knew it, but great defense there from Dez. I gotta figure out something. Right here, he's on a 3rd and 15. I gotta cook up something because right now it is looking bad. We are not playing good offense at all. And sometimes I do want to show you guys these games right there. His user is flying everywhere. I missed my drag right there. I honestly thought there was no chance C.J. Gardner-Johnson got back to that running back streak. He did, and it is what it is. So 4th and 15, a minute left in the second. If you wanna know what I'm thinking, I honestly truly don't know. Like I was so stressed and playing this game. I felt like I was playing MCS all over again because when I play a guy like Dez, me and Dez, we're good friends, but I don't want to lose to Dez. All right, I want to beat Dez because I know how good of a player he is. Right here, I'm going to try to throw my streak. He ran a Tampa 3 setup. Unfortunately, it was just bad. We overthrew it anyways, but Dez has the ball back at the 38. But when I play a guy that's done so much in Madden, I want to beat him. Like, it's a good self-confidence thing for me. Plus, it kind of shows where I'm at as a player. And, granted, the game's going to change next season, but next Madden, but it's going to show where I'm at going into the next MCS season. I've always been on that bubble. I've always been I have to, do this to get to the Madden Bowl or lock the Madden Bowl, and I've always been a couple games off. I've been sitting in that 20 to 23 range. This year in LCQ, I made the final 8, lost to SGO Drip, who made it. And so games like this they're important, as just like being able to manage the game and my thought process in between it. So when it gets to a point where I need to be thinking in a big time game like that for next year, I'm gonna be able to do it. It's not like I haven't been there. So these games are important. Enough yapping about this. Let's get back to this game. But honestly, pretty good defensive game for both of us. Even though Dez has kind of been moving a little bit easier than me. We're getting each other both to big second, or big third, and a couple 4th downs too. So, overall, this is a pretty good defensive game right here. I'm going to play a Tampa 3 style defense. Great pocket there from Dez. I try to go from the strip from behind. He slides. Dez uses a timeout. I'm going to kind of let him, well, I have no timeouts. I actually thought I had one timeout, but I'm going to kind of let him dictate, how this game goes. If I did have a timeout. Most people are like, oh, timeout, timeout. No, you kind of let him fuck up, let him make the, decision how he's going to manage the clock. You never want to do it for him and make it easier. Right there, I was using my mid-read. I just saw the motion, and I started thinking about it. Kind of forgot that, his favorite setup out of that is a tight end streak. Now we have 23 seconds, no timeouts. We need points badly because currently we're down 7. We need to make something shake right here. So let's see if we can make something shake before half. All right, here we go. 23 seconds. Got to make something shake before half. Right here, we're going to go to motion Y angle. It's one of my favorite plays. We find our drag. We got to get out of bounds. Good thing about this is I can kind of use the middle of the field because there is no runoff in regs. If you guys play regs, you guys know there's no runoff. If you guys play mud, you guys know about the runoff. So, we can use the middle of the field and still spike with enough time to kick a field goal. Right here, I'm going to go back to motion Y angle. I'm going to block my running back because I thought he was going to send everybody. He didn't. I see my drag late. I got to throw that earlier. Sometimes I just get a little too happy. I see things maybe that I think are going to get open. They end up don't, and I just miss my wide open, check downs like that. And that's something I got to get better on. It's just taking check downs in these scenarios. Right here, 12 seconds, 3rd and 1 from the 29. Got to make something shake. Season dollar. I'm going to go to PA snag right here. I'm going to roll out. I'm going to scramble with Baker Mayfield. We have 6 seconds left. I don't think much is really going to be able to happen in this 6 seconds. If something does, it's a miracle. We are currently down 7 at the moment. So getting 3 would be huge. Right here, I'm going to go back to that same PA snag setup just in case he was looping. He did not loop. I'm going to playmaker my tight end up the field. We have all day in the pocket. I'm kind of drifting back, though, asking just to get shedded. Right here, I'm going to find Chris Godwin. I'm going to pitch it back. Nah, nothing crazy happened. I just wanted to put a little bit of emphasis on that. We're going to go in the half 14-7. We need to stop coming out of half. All right, right here, we have Dez. He's on a 1st and 10. He's starting off running the ball. And what we know just from playing regs, or, I do, this is such an easy chew just to get me out of the game. You guys see he has chew clock on already, so we can afford to play a little bit aggressive. If I can hold the 3, that is a win in this scenario. Because then we start playing the onside game. Right here, throws it over the middle. We run a little bit of match coverage. So good versus trips tight ends. Unless they call verticals, we get our stop that we needed. And we are back in this game. This has just been such a great defensive game from both of us. We've seen 4 stops in this game. And that is that's rare coming from me, getting 4 stops in a game. I'm thinking at the highest of levels right now, putting out adjustments. I feel like I'm back in the MCS. And right here, for some reason, my game started cutting out, but good thing we didn't miss anything. I got to get a new PC, I have a new PC on the way, so sometimes my gameplay be tripping a little bit, but don't worry, it's going to be good for college football, all that stuff, so my PC is on its last leg. I'm running this thing to the ground. 2nd and 11 here. Here we go, PA snag. He's been struggling stopping PA snag right here. And we're going to do a different style of PA snag. We're going to go streak, speed out. We're going to see if he's ready for the speed out. He was sure ready for that speed out. It's just like when you think you're going to catch Dez off guard with something, he's just throwing out a new adjustment for you. And it sounds like I'm glazing. Let me know in the comments if I'm glazing for real. But, he's just putting good adjustments out there. So, right here, we see he's in the double A gap. I'm going to go to motion Y angle. Which has been kind of cooking, I can't lie, overall. We're going to set up pass protection, which is pretty much just IDing. We keep it pretty simple right there. I just don't have any time. 4th and 11 once again. And I'm just going to give you guys viewer discretion right here. I have no explanation for what's about to happen on the screen. Please do not ask me what I was thinking here. Okay? Trey Palmer, just like that, finding the window. Nah, for real though, 4th down. Me and Des, we were actually talking about this after the game. Dude, on 4th down, you just got to click a button sometimes, bro. And that's what I did right there. And you really can't be mad at that. It's just Madden at the end of the day. Great defense there from him. Honestly, should have been the 5th stop. But, sometimes you got to get a little lucky. We're getting a little lucky playing really bad on offense right now. But I mean, look at this defense. It's giving me hell. And most people that like create content or pros, they don't want you to see that right here. I knew he was in cover two right there. Some told me he was in cover two. We put a flat on the field, the cloud flat or the hard flat, whatever it was, ran down to that flat. We put a stemmed up curl in the back of the end zone. Easy 7 for us, and we're gonna have a tie game. We need one stop to win this. Boys, if you guys have not enjoyed this game, I don't know what to tell you guys, because this has been the a game of the century right here. Jalen Hurts is going to scramble, get a first down. I felt like we played really good defense right there. Unfortunately, the pressure's just not getting there. And I think part of it was because I wasn't using the greatest of loopers. In regs, it's just so hard for that loop to come in fast enough. Right there, as I talk about my loop's screaming right there. We got him on a 2nd and 10 too. And what's crazy is Deads actually did better pass protection that play than he did the previous play. It was a play action play. If you guys know, play action blocks all the loops. And for some reason, just came in. The guards just missed him. But right here, he's going to go 5 wide. I'm a little nervous right here. I don't know really what to expect. I switched stick to look guard that drag right there. We get pressure once again. That loop is just kind of giving Dez a little bit of hell. He rolls out into my contain, and that contain has been it's been crazy for us. I can't lie. That contain over on that left side has been playing really well. I'm going to switch to a little bit of match coverage right here, try to play some defense right here. I feel like everything is bagged, and it's such a unique route. So you don't see this a lot. He finds his running back out the backfield. That's actually a curl. And what he does with that curl is he stems it down just a little bit. So what he can do is once it gets out the backfield, he can playmaker it up. He can playmaker to the left or right, and it's a lot better in Mutt. But he finds it. I didn't see it out the backfield. Sneaks right through the O-line right here. He's in trips. We're going to go back to that same adjustment that we did the last time to get that interception when he was in trips. I'm going to identified that he was looking for a match beater right there. Beautiful defense. Guarded the drag early. I saw that the streak was going to beat the inside quarter. I switched it to it to play it. He was expecting to throw the one play touchdown. And he just has to throw it away since, nothing was open. Right here. 2nd and 10. I pressed the defense for some reason. I don't know why I did this. But I pressed the defense right here. He's going to go to a play action play. He's got his drag right there. I left match over on that left side, the quarter flat match to that vertical route, leaving the drag wide open. And man, this has been a crazy game. I haven't been able to play a super tough opponent in a while. So I'm just glad I get a comp game right here. He goes 5 wide, and 5 wide gets a little scary sometimes because there's so much you have to take away in regs with the drags and the streaks and the speed outs. I mean, it's like that in Mutt too, but Mutt helps you a little bit more with those KOs. I don't really get worried when they go 5 wide right here. Finds his drag. Again, right there, I was looking up. I see 2 streaks. I have to switch stick to one of them. Kind of forgot about the drag. Leaves it open and finds the open read. 4th quarter. 4's up. In the comments section, if you made it this far to the video, put your 4s in the comments. I want to see who makes it this far in the video. And if you guys haven't, hit the subscribe button right here. I know he's running. He always runs in this form right there. Hands it off to A.J. Brown, which has a wide receiver package in the split wide off. Reason why I know that is because I actually used to run this when I was in Packers. Shout out my guy, Hard Flats. Probably might be watching the video. Right there, we shoot the gap. Unfortunately, not able to get it. He knows a lot about split close. So earlier in the year when I was in Packers, I actually was on this pretty early, running a wide receiver package. I would go to this in the red zone. I would either run the ball because it has really good runs in it, or right here, I know the RPO is coming, by the way. Or at least I thought it was. It did not. Right there, he throws the running back. There's that running back curl again. Right there, he stemmed it up a little bit more, so it was like a streak. Holds on to it. But what you could do in that split wide off with that wide receiver package has really good runs. So, if you're going up against 6-1, you can run it versus that. Or you can just audible around to other formations, trips, tight end, all in that split wide off. So it's super tough to defend. Right here, we're in the double safety go. Right here, we're all over Saquon Barkley right there. No chance. 2nd and goal here at the 9. We need to stop. The good thing is, though, we are going to get the ball back. It is huge that we're going to get the ball back. Give ourselves a chance on offense to win the game pretty much. Even though we have not been playing great offense, we did find that touchdown later in the game, which was huge for us. So right here, I'm going to back off everybody. I'm going to put my mid-read over the tight end just to make sure we don't give up a post over the middle. Right here, I don't know what Dez was throwing. I guess he thought once I switched it off that I think he thought there was going to be two outside thirds, so I would play like the corner routes better in the back of the end zone. And I think he thought that he was going to be able to pass it away from my mid read right there. And we just didn't do that. We just played, we were just all over that. No chance for that to be open. Now we have the ball, and this is huge for us. All we need is 3, and we win this game. We get 3, we clock this correctly, we win the game right here. I'm going to go to the cheat inside zone, kind of make it look like cheat flat post. I'm going to run the ball here, and there goes Bucky Irving getting a lot of yards right there. Going to take it to the 2-minute warning. Dez is going to start have to using these timeouts very, very soon. This is our game to win right here. Our game to win, 14-14. I'm going to be in the gun normal. I'm going to go to the cheat flat post this time. Last time it was inside zone. I want to give him the same look. Maybe he might run commit. Did not run commit. We have the drag. We're going to throw our drag. And that's actually perfect. I didn't want a first down on that play. I want to see if he uses a timeout. He has not used a timeout yet. We're at the 45. No timeout yet here from Dez. I'm going to go back to this cheap flat post play. We've had a lot of success with it. I'm going to see if he expects the inside zone. It looks like he's going to send a heavy blitz. We pick it up. Nothing looks open. I throw the post over the middle. We get it, and Dez has to start playing some good defense. He's going to get aggressive. He calls a timeout. Now here, we pretty much control the game. We're controlling the game from here on out. Right here, I'm going to run the ball. I cut back. I don't know why I cut back. I think I could have kept running. 2nd and 13. He uses another timeout. 1:12 left. Going to sub in some receivers. I'm going to try to audible down to the wing tight to some deuce close maybe. I honestly don't remember how many tight ends I audible down to. Right here, we see in dollar. I audible down the halfback zone weak. I'm going to just fake some audibles. I'm thinking he's expecting stretch. I'm going to run the zone weak right here. Let's see how he plays this right here. Beautiful blocks, and the slot corner just comes off the edge. That, you know, it's unlucky. If that slot corner gets picked up, we probably ice the game. I mean, it might be iced though already. 3rd and 9. Hasn't called a timeout yet. So what I'm going to do. Oh, wait. No, he did call a timeout. My bad. He called a timeout. He has no timeouts. I'm going to run the ball. If he gets 3, I tip my cap. You know, he's just a better player right here. I'm going to run the halfback zone weak again. Try to take as much time as I possibly can. And right there, 4th and 2. I thought about going for this right here. I can't lie, fellas. I walked away, though, so you guys know I'm not going for it. I put down my controller. I was like, Dez, if you get 3, you deserve to take this game to OT. Or if you get 7, I'm going to let this go all the way down. And honestly, it's the smart move because you got to think about it like this. You put the game in Dez's hands to win. Like, and if he can get, let's say, if you kick the ball off, you're going to get it probably about the 20, 30. If he gets in field goal range with, 25 seconds, by the time we kick this, it's going to be closer to the 20. If he gets in field goal range, I tip my cap, bro. You know, if I don't complete this pass, I lose the game pretty much because he'll probably get field goal range with ease. So here we go. We're going to kick. He tried to block it. It's up. It's good. 22 seconds left in the game. I'm going to kick off. I'm not going to cut any of this out. Normally I cut off the kickoffs for you guys, but you guys are probably wondering what the hell is going to happen in this game. What the hell is going to happen? I kick it deep. He's going to let it go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So my thought process right here. By the way, really mad. Somebody in chat told me you go for that every single time. No, you don't go for it because it's not like I'm up 3. If I was up 3, I would have went for it. That's a different story. If I was up 3, I go for it. But I'm not up 3. So I have to take the lead. If worst comes to worst, we go to OT and we get more free football right here. I'm going to go kind of like a cover 3 cloud look right here. And we need pressure badly. Right there, my DN was in a hard play. I think I fixed this. Yep, I fixed it. We need to get pressure. Hopefully we don't give up and anything deep. No one-play touchdowns. If he gets 3, you tip your cap. Right here, Dez cooking up something out of this trips formation. Sends his running back out the backfield. I'm all over that. He has to roll out, throw away. Great defense there from us, but unfortunately, not enough time was wasted. We need more time to be wasted in order for us to get a stop. Right here, I'm kind of thinking the same defensive shell. I got clouds. I got him at 20-yard zone drops, 25-yard zone drops. He motions his running back out. I'm a little scared right here because I don't want to give up a speed out. I don't want to give up a seam streak. Pretty much none of that because I know there is no runoff. Right here, Dez calls a like 40, 50-yard speed out, and he is in bounds. And I'm hoping that for some reason there's runoff right here. He comes out and spike, and there's a runoff. No, there is not. Dez is going to be able to kick a field goal. I was beating myself up for this all night that I gave up that speed out. Like, even with 20, 30 yards zone, I mean, it is what it is. You got to tip your cap. We're going to try to block the field goal, and this is the go in the OT right here. Is Dez going to drill it? Are we going to get a block? The kick is up. And we got more free football. Right when you think the game is over, it's not over. Man, right here, we're going to win the toss. I'm going to elect a kick. I wanted to see if Dez messes up on offense. If he messes up on offense, all we need is a field goal. So I don't like ever receiving, because then if I, for some reason, mess up, it's a lot easier for him to win the game at that point. So I'm going to kick it deep, and we need to stop, bro. We need to stop. I don't want to have to get 7 and go for 2, because that's how the rules are in OT. If you guys aren't aware of Madden, where if Dez gets 7, I have to go get 8. Otherwise, if I just tie up the game, it's the first to 3. So I don't want to play that game. I'm going to control it in my hands if that's what it gets to. So, right here, we're in cover 2. I actually gave up a touchdown. I got quick tyke, and I got switch sticked onto somebody, and I was trying to get back onto one of the hook curls. Unfortunately, I was not able to get back onto those hook curls. And I almost gave up a touchdown pretty easily. So here we go. Right here, I see the post over the middle. He throws the drag right there, holds onto a great catch there from Paris Campbell. Honestly, I felt like pretty good defense. I just couldn't I couldn't switch stick in time back to that inverted zig. Great defense there. Right here, I'm going to go back to the trips defense I have been playing. Right here, play really good defense. Holds onto it. It's like I'm so close to getting a knockout or whatever it may be. I don't ever think those are going to be picks, but like I'm so close every single time. Right here, we flip the defense. Going to the same shell. He's been kind of struggling with it all game. I'm going to switch stick right there, and he throws it to Saquon, and it's just like, oh, you just hope that he's going to drop the ball, and he doesn't. Right here, 2nd and 3. He's going to go to this bunch strong, nasty look, and we know what he's been kind of going to the whole time. The motion play every single time. Drops back, finds the corner route, and dots me. And I hate to break it to you guys, I actually lag out of this game. So I'm going to lag out of this game, and my internet doesn't come back on. So we will never get to know the ending. He's going to actually not go for this, kick the extra point. I had to give him the win. But what do you guys think would have happened? Honestly, I think the way I was playing offense, I probably would have not have gotten the 8, because he was up 7. So I was going to try to go get 8. So, boys, if you guys did enjoy this video, man, make sure you guys hit the like button. Also the subscribe button. If you guys want more breakdowns like this, more pro player gameplays, let me know. I hate that you guys will never get to know the ending. We were robbed of the game because of Spectrum, man. So, L Spectrum. But it happens sometimes. But he's going to kick his extra point and pretty much win the game. So, boys, I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.